What the fuck?
Prepare to unleash your darkest fears with Netflix's top 10 hair-raising horror movies. From heart-pounding scares to twisted tales of terror, these disturbing selections will haunt your dreams. Number 10. The Eye. After receiving a corneal transplant, blind violinist Sydney Wells begins to see again, but what she sees isn't always from this world. Her new vision comes with chilling hallucinations, ghostly apparitions, and glimpses of death before it happens. Directed by David Moreau, The Eye drapes a medical miracle in a veil of supernatural dread. As Sydney unravels the dark history behind her donor's sight, the horror lies not just in what she sees, but in her helpless descent into another's terrifying fate. As reality blurs with haunting premonitions, Sydney races against time to stop a future soaked in fire and screams. Number 9. Shaitaan.
अपने आप को स्लैप करो जोर से once more.
A peaceful family retreat turns into a nightmare when an enigmatic visitor steps across the threshold, bringing with him something dark, ancient, and terrifying. As the tension thickens, the family finds themselves caught in a chilling power play where free will begins to slip away. Directed by Vikas Bal, Shaitaan blends psychological suspense with supernatural dread, slowly unraveling its mystery through hypnotic control and eerie silences. The horror doesn't come from what's shown, but from what's taken. Number 8. Eli. Confined to a sterile mansion-turned-clinic, young Eli undergoes treatment for a rare autoimmune disorder that keeps him sealed away from the outside world. But the more he stays, the more he hears voices, sees apparitions, and begins to question what he's really being treated for. Directed by Ciaran Foy, Eli unspools like a medical horror tale, only to twist sharply into something far darker and more sinister. The film layers isolation, childhood vulnerability, and a mounting supernatural threat with eerie precision. What makes it so disturbing is its ultimate betrayal of expectations. What starts as healing ends as revelation. Number 7. Circle.
Okay, now.
50 strangers wake in a dark chamber standing on red circles, surrounded by silence and fear. Every 2 minutes, someone dies, voted out by the group. No one knows why they're there or who's in control. Directed by Aaron Han and Mario Michione, Circle is a psychological pressure cooker that blends sci-fi horror with brutal human psychology. As paranoia festers and morality fractures, each decision reveals more about who we are when survival's the only rule. What makes it truly haunting is the mirror it holds up, because the real monster might be the one we choose to save. Number 6. Apostle. In 1905, Thomas Richardson embarks on a treacherous journey to a remote island, where his sister is being held hostage by a strange religious cult. Posing as a convert, Thomas uncovers layers of depravity hidden beneath the group's promises of salvation. The islanders serve a decaying goddess bound to the land, one that feeds on blood and despair. Directed by Gareth Evans, Apostle is a grim, slow-burning folk horror steeped in ritualistic terror and visceral violence. As the line between martyr and monster blurs, the true horror becomes not just the cult's devotion, but what they're willing to sacrifice to keep their god alive. Number 5. As Above, So Below.
Did you hear that?
Deep beneath the streets of Paris lies the catacombs, a shadowy labyrinth holding the bones of 6 million souls. When scholar and adventurer Scarlett leads a team into its depths in search of the mythical philosopher's stone, they find something far darker than ancient treasure. Directed by John Eric Dowdle, As Above, So Below fuses found footage chaos with claustrophobic horror, dragging its characters through twisting corridors where the laws of reality begin to break. What begins as an expedition turns into a descent into hell, both literal and personal, as each explorer faces the sins of their past. Number 4. The Endless.
We couldn't be happier.
There's something out here, isn't there?
Years after escaping a mysterious cult, 2 brothers return to the isolated commune that once haunted their past, only to find that time, space, and reality are unraveling around them. The group hasn't aged, strange phenomena linger in the sky, and something unseen is watching from beyond. Directed by Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, The Endless is a mind-bending blend of cosmic horror and psychological suspense, where every answer leads to deeper, more terrifying questions. It's not just a revisit, it's a loop, a trap, and perhaps a warning. What makes it so chilling is its quiet, creeping dread. Horror that isn't just out there, but stitched into time itself. Number 3, The Invitation. Will accepts a dinner invitation from his ex-wife and her new partner, returning to the house where tragedy once fractured his world. As the night unfolds among old friends, something feels off. Conversations grow too calm, smiles too forced, and a suffocating tension creeps beneath the wine and laughter. Directed by Karin Kusama, The Invitation is a masterclass in psychological horror, where dread builds slowly and the terror lies in not knowing whether it's all in Will's head or if something truly monstrous is about to begin. The film's genius is in its patience, its eerie calm before an unforgettable storm. Number 2, Spring. Fleeing heartbreak and trouble back home, Evan escapes to a quiet Italian village where he meets Louise, a woman unlike any he's known. But behind her beauty lies a secret both ancient and monstrous, one that awakens only when the moon is right. Directed by Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, Spring is a hauntingly romantic blend of horror and fantasy, where love grows in the shadow of something inhuman. The film's beauty lies in its contrast, idyllic landscapes hiding unspeakable transformations and tender intimacy masking primal terror. Spring is bold and poetic, but the slower pacing and abstract approach may leave traditional horror fans craving more overt scares. Number 1, you're next. A wealthy family's reunion turns into a blood-soaked nightmare when masked assailants descend upon their remote country estate, crossbows in hand and murder in their hearts. But what they don't expect is Aaron, a guest with a hidden past and a deadly skill set who turns the tables with brutal efficiency. Directed by Adam Wingard, You're Next is a vicious, fast-paced home invasion thriller that blends sharp tension with sudden, visceral violence. It flips the final girl trope on its head, giving us a heroine who doesn't run but fights. What makes it unforgettable is its raw, relentless energy and the shocking savagery lurking behind suburban walls. Here are 3 other movies worth watching. Case 39. A social worker rescues a neglected 10-year-old girl from abusive parents, only to discover the real threat might be the child herself. As eerie deaths surround them, she realizes she's taken in something truly sinister. What begins as a case of protection spirals into a supernatural nightmare she can't escape. The House of the Devil. A broke college student accepts a strange babysitting job in a remote house during a lunar eclipse, only to uncover a satanic ritual in the making. What starts as eerie silence turns into a fight for survival. The film's slow burn terror crescendos into a nightmarish ritual drenched in dread. The Perfection. When a disgraced cello prodigy reconnects with her old music school and its new star student, admiration twists into obsession. A mind-bending journey of manipulation, madness, and brutal revenge unfolds. Just when you think you've figured it out, the film shifts again, each twist darker than the last.